My educational ideology, EDU224 from Vision to Reality, B150357. The learning that I have undertaken during EDU224 has enabled me to re-evaluate and develop my personal educational ideology. Before completing this module, my ideology was mostly based on my own experience of the English education system as a child. I feel this is because the rote learning and formal testing method of education I experienced suited my learning style well, and because of this I was fairly successful. This then formed the basis of my ideology. However, this module has allowed me to see not only the pitfalls of this ideology, one being that rote learning does not suit everyone, but explore the wide variety of ideologies proposed by educational thinkers, which have influenced my current educational ideology. My ideology has developed into 5 key areas that I feel are most important when delivering education. These are: focus on the individual, a balanced curriculum, less reliance on formal testing, close parental relationships with school, and positivity and self-esteem. No two people are the same, so it is unlikely that a single model of education will be suitable for the needs and learning styles of everyone. This can be seen in Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, where it suggested that there are at least 7 different intelligences. These are the way people understand and perceive the world, and include linguistic, musical rhythmic, and bodily kinesthetic. My ideology sees time devoted to teaching using a variety of learning styles to ensure that at least for part of the time, everyone's preferred learning style is used. My ideology also includes allowing pupils the choice to pick the activity they do in a lesson. This aspect of choice can be seen to relate to Montessori's philosophy, which involves children choosing the didactic activity they want to do, when they want to. Another aspect of Montessori's philosophy which I would consider to resonate with my own is the varied curriculum that is on offer to the children in Montessori schools. There are several areas of learning, which include life skills, literacy, and creativity. My ideology sees a balance of formal academic subjects, such as those included in the government's Isaccs scheme, as well as lessons in creative subjects such as PE, music, and art. These subjects should not be viewed to have any less value than the traditional academic subjects the government are currently pushing for in the Isaccs scheme, which is intended to prepare pupils to take on A levels, which are also very traditionally academic. In order to achieve the Isaccs, pupils must get at least a grade C in English, maths, humanities, a science, and a language. I believe a balanced curriculum is important to encourage pupils to pursue the subjects they find most enjoyable, instead of forcing people down academic routes. Ken Robinson's philosophy aligns with my view in this area. He calls for a more balanced and individualized and creative approach to education. Robinson goes on to say, I hear people everywhere saying how exasperated they are by the deadening effects of testing and standardization on them. This particularly resonates with the third area of my ideology, less reliance on formal testing. As highlighted by Robinson, formal testing can be very stressful for a child or young person, and I feel formal testing is particularly unnecessary for primary age children, as I believe that teachers should be able to assess the level that they are currently working at through marking their work and interacting with them during lessons. From my own experience, I often found formal testing very pressured for both teachers and students, and it often leads to teachers teaching to the test. This may not always be beneficial to a child because context and extra support are not always available in relation to the lessons. In this sense, my ideology can be seen to have aspects of Steiner's ideology. Assessment is an integral part of the Steiner approach to education. However, national tests are not always seen as helpful. Instead, teachers regularly read children's main lesson books and give formative feedback on the basis of this. Often, lessons are designed to allow teachers to observe how the children are progressing. Another aspect of my ideology is having close school-parent links. Parents know their children better than anyone, so it is useful for teachers to draw on parents' knowledge to help get a better understanding of a child. This can be particularly useful if a child has a special need, as they are likely to already have techniques that can be used to help support a child. Not only are parents able to offer an insight into a child, but they often have skills that can be useful in education. This concept is used in Steiner schools. Parents often come into schools to teach their skills or support learning. I see this as beneficial as it allows children to learn a variety of skills and also allows parents to feel like they are part of the school community. The final part of my ideology is ensuring schools are positive places where children have high levels of self-esteem, as they are more likely to achieve well. This idea is based on Maslow's hierarchy of need, where in order to achieve self-actualization, the state where people are most likely to perform at their best, they need to achieve lower order needs. Among other things, this requires people to have high levels of self-esteem. Not only is positivity and self-esteem good for pupil achievement, but it also makes schools, colleges and learning environments much nicer places to be, where students feel comfortable and happy in their learning. To recap, the 5 main strands of my educational ideology are focus on the individual, a balanced curriculum, less reliance on formal testing, strong parent-teacher relationships, and positivity and self-esteem.